You're more on point than you've ever been. You are the most satisfied you've ever been in your entire life. You're around everyone you want to be around, and you feel at the top of your game. Right now in this very moment, you feel at the top of your very game. Like you've reached the peak at of your growth. Even though we're continuously evolving, you've manifested your greatest vision. What do you see? What do you feel? What do you hear? What does it feel like to have anchored this? Whether you're indifferent, happy, or sad, what do you sense? Okay, you may have just felt a shift in your frequency, a very subtle, minute shift of your frequency. In feeling this and sensing this, it may even evoke happiness. You may have an emotional state change where you actually sense this shift. If you felt it in even the slightest way, congratulations. You activated this hack. It's so subtle that it only makes sense if you acknowledge and view yourself as the multidimensional being that you are. If you get stuck in this duality trap of you being separated and just a material 3D being, then you're legitimately limiting yourself. But if you actually felt that shift, congratulations. Welcome to the Venus Retrograde Reality Hack Part 3. I'm going to basically key you into ways to legitimately supercharge this. And I'm just so grateful for y'all because already this isn't an original technique. This isn't anything I made up. This is something you've been using your entire life. A lot of you have said that part 1 and part 2, like you've used this and had immediate results, and that's because you are the creator of your own reality and you're getting out your own way, and we're reprogramming a lot of what we've been deceived about our reality with the truth of our spirit and soul. So basically, with part 3, remember, this is all based on Venus and in affirming your value, in the incredible nature of what you're worth, and how, as Venus is the principle of attraction, you are anchoring this understanding and awakening and power to attract these situations to you. Now, multidimensionally, there is every single version and timeline of you. And what we did in the beginning of this video was you tuned in to the highest frequency of you that immediately manifested a shift in your body language. Wow, you can feel it. Congratulations. You have tuned into that frequency. Third dimensionally, it looks like you travel linearly, but when you tune into that frequency, you are now literally bringing down into your aura that experience. You've activated a journey to a destination where now you have become the frequency of your highest self. And as you hold that frequency in this reality, there are aspects that you can't see. There are extra dimensional vibrations that your eye cannot perceive, your ears can't hear the frequency, but they still exist. So when you tune yourself into that frequency, you're literally drawing these experiences into your aura. And here's the greatest part. This is what's gonna enable you to literally step into that reality that you're creating. What happens is we tap into that frequency, and as it's attracting, we may not see it. And then we also get hit because every force has an opposite force. So then we get hit with forces that are opposite this frequency to deter us back. This is a good thing, by the way. This is a really good thing. If you tap into that frequency and then you start to manifest like opposing forces to get you out of that, that means it's working. That means it's working. Just like when you step into your North Node and then you see challenges rise up because people don't want you to really step into your destiny, that means it's working. You need to have resistance. You need to have conflict, because just like a bicycle, like this friction creates, more energy and force. So congratulations. So most people don't see it, and then they get out that frequency and then they reinforce the negative frequency. And so we're not going to do that this time. And basically, now that you've anchored into this, what we're going to do, all right, as a part of part 3, is an extension of part 1 and 2. You have, of course, tuned in to this frequency and vibe. And now I'm going to share with you an extra hack. to supercharge this, here's the thing. You're going to get immediate results. Things are going to shift very fast, but at the same time, you must take your time with this, because the more you enjoy the journey of co-creation, the more you will appreciate the destination. Forget about the destination, forget about the time limit, because there's going to be some anxiety. How long do I have to maintain this? Let go of the anxiety, let go of the need for there to be a time limit. You can place a time limit if there's certain things you want, like I want this to happen in 2 days, and experiment with that, but let go of the need of a time limit as far as just focusing on what it is you want. Set small goals that you can accomplish every day, but just focus and enjoy, because what's going to happen is as you co-create, you're going to come into more of your vision. You're going to see more you want to bring into your world. You're going to have fun with this because you are alchemist, okay? This is going to be ridiculous, though. Before I really get into the secret juice of this, okay, I want to once again, in relation to Uranus, which is that multidimensional aspect of the causal realm, you are fixing in your senses, breathing and living, despite not being able to see it immediately in your reality. You're anchoring with your physical vessel, holding in the vibration and drawing it into your aura. Stay there. Affix a goal that once this happens, I know I will have manifested it, and then you can release the intention. Until that, stay there. Eat, breathe, sleep, live here, and enjoy. And that's it. Just enjoy. That's it. That's it. You may find ways to overcomplicate this. Just have fun. And before I get into the mechanism and technique of this, I want to once again remind you that, you don't need to be anything other than you are now to manifest this. So as things arise, okay, to trick you into the belief that, oh, this is why I'm not worthy. This is why I'm not worthy. Acknowledge that. Don't suppress it. Acknowledge it. React to it with love. I love you, and release it as the liar that it is. Be like, you lying ass, blah, blah, blah. You don't have to be angry, but acknowledge it as a lie and be like, okay, I acknowledge this, but that's not true. And you are going to have to love all the parts of yourself that you don't like. Unless that you feel it's toxic, then love it by changing it, upgrading it. But this is going to be really fun, because once again, what's holding your mind's eye, as you hold that in your mind's eye and you sense it, activate Neptune by imagining what you see. And this is going to excite you. And then listen to some music and dance that shit in. Be like, yeah, you're literally now a conduit as a multidimensional being to tune into that frequency and manifest it into your reality. That is literally, by the way, the pipeline of the zodiac. And once again, you have not heard this from me first. I think you've heard what I just told you a million times. It may just click for you right now, especially because of the time, but just have fun with it. Make it your own thing. And now, here's the most important part. So part 1 was based on your value and what you desire. Part 2 was based on adding the quantum nature of Neptune and Uranus to supercharge your intention and to literally induce supernatural phenomena through such. Part 3 is in doing part 1 and 2, and in mana, because many of you are super powerful. More people watching than not. You do this, and within 3 hours, you get it. But the problem you come into is, I didn't want this as much as I thought. And this is the whole process of manifestation, where you adjust, you manifest someone that you wanted, and then you realize, oh, this person's just giving me 80%. And I don't want them the way that I thought I did, but you needed that experience, which is why you manifested it. And so they taught you, I deserve 100%. That was what I mentioned part 2 with the adjustments. Now, if you want the real deal, I got you. I'm gonna hook it up for you, but this is not for the faint-hearted, because we're now taking this a step further, okay? Dear Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, as above, so below. And, you could say, dear mother, thy queendom come. This is all up to you. This is how you perceive your reality, right? So you're not here to get what you want. Believe it or not. Like all this prosperity gospel, all this you can manifest, and that's not why you're here. You're not separated from anything else. We are one body of God or of the universe, right? Experiencing itself through us. We are here for the higher will to be played down through us. The way hypersexuality and consumerism culture has trained us to give into immediate gratification, because as a marketer, that's genius. We get paid that way. You know what I'm saying? It has made you forget and removed you from the fact that you're not here to live out and fulfill the desires of your ego. And so many of you are frustrated as to why you can't, baby. All right, gentlemen, lady, sir, you're not here to. I slipped up and said baby. I don't know why I said. Yeah. You're not here to do that. And a lot of people may not accept that because you're lied to on a daily basis by faith preachers and people push this prosperity message so that you can buy their course and all that bullshit. Okay. I don't hate to break it to you. This is a good thing. You co-create with the universe, because when you align your will with God, when you align your will with the higher aspect for the greatest good, this ultimately is what you want. God's will for you is what you want, but you may make yourself believe you want certain things that aren't good for you. Like as a kid, we may want a life supply of candy, but that's not good for us. As a kid, we think it's good for us. It's all we want. We just want McDonald's and candy all day, but that's not really good for you. So like outside of that, what this is going to do, you want to do this especially regardless, but for many of you who aren't clear on what you want, or for many of you who are struggling with like, okay, I want to bring this in, I want to bring that in, you can forego all of that and get every single thing you want by surrendering your ego, surrendering your personal desires. It is okay to have selfish desires. Your egoic and personal desires are not bad, but this is for the purpose of the technique. And some people will tell you it's bad. They're not bad. There's nothing wrong with your ego. This whole, pseudo-intellectual rhetoric that your ego is what's wrong. No, you have an ego for a reason. This is what allows us to experience that distinctness. But you need balance. You don't want your ego to overtake your soul, right? So here's the thing. Okay, surrender your desires. Surrender what you want. And align this version of your highest self, where you can still imagine and visualize what you want, but align this with your purpose. Align this with your destiny. What is God's purpose and will for your life? What is your higher self's will for your life? Every single one of you has this. Some of you, it's seen, by the way, astrologically in your North Node, and your MC is your legacy. And so, if you're not aware, then get a natal chart reading from me. If you go to the notes and type in Venus retrograde reality hack while I have my discount sale, all right, on the peacedealer.com under the consultations tab, I will look at your chart and I will show you where your North Node is. I will show you where your MC is, and I will show you where Venus is retrograding in your chart. And we'll look at how you can use this hack and how you can align this to your purpose. And let me tell you why. When you do what you are meant to do, everything that you ever want aligns through that too. But listen, some of you have North Node square Venus like me. Some of you have North Node square Sun. What you're destined to do can clash with what you personally desire. And you have to put that second to what you were here for. So really quickly, just to speak on this hack, focus in, tune in, tap into that high frequency. Now anchor this and take it in your day. Activate soul breathing. As you feel this, breathe in from your soul, your intention, and breathe out gratitude. You're breathing in satisfaction. You're breathing out gratitude. This will actively manifest over time or instantly this intention. And the most important part is when you're focusing on your higher self, you're focusing on bringing in your purpose. You're focusing on being your MC. Your MC is your higher self. So what's your MC? Embody that, breathe that in, and then breathe out your purpose and destiny. And so this is going to immediately align you to this as you feel the vibration of your highest self. And let me tell you, you do this nonstop and have in focus in mind a specific practical goal you want to tangibly manifest, before you end the day, you're going to see all sorts of stuff shift. And this is going to bring up challenges and friction to deter you. And that's a good thing. That means it's working. Just keep moving forward. Have courage. You are a badass manifester. You're a magician. You're an alchemist. I love y'all. Stay blessed.